I'm back. Back in the New York scene. Well, happy holidays, everyone. Happy days. I hope you're doing well. Elaine, Marolakos, Edelson here with Astrology Mojo. Want to help you get your mojo back. So we are talking about Mars and Scorpio today for each of the signs and rising signs. So if you've got any part of Scorpio in your chart, placements in planets, yeah, you're going to want to hear this. And also, let's see what else is happening. Oh, well, if you don't know me and you don't know that I will say that the planets don't make you do anything, that we live in a cooperation with the cosmos. And when the planets make a move, you feel it. When you make a move, the planets reflect that in astrology by way of aspects and angles, by degree. So, I've been doing a lot of power-up sessions recently, and boy, do I feel powered up. And there's so much going on for so many people that, and for some people, it's just like, wow, I just entered a phase of happy. How do I keep it? And then, of course, a lot of people are right on the brink and are wondering, okay, I'm at that point. Now what? I have to break through the wall. You know, like in Fleabag, love Phoebe. She's just so amazing. She knows how to write, direct, act. Anyway, she breaks the fourth wall, what's known as, I'm doing a show, and then I turn and I talk to the audience. And then I'd go back and do my show. That's the fourth wall. And so right now people are about to break the fourth wall in their own psyche and their own awareness. Right? Hey, Renee's here. Hey, Leah's here too. Virgo lady. Verga. So I was given an early Christmas present by a very dear friend, and they are new cards. I got new cards. Of course, they're getting bigger. It's like pretty soon there's going to be like the card decks will be so big. This is Denise Jarvie. The secret is the secret language of light, transmissions from your soul. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, it's amazing. Hey, Kathleen's here. Happy Monday. So I am going to pull a card for the entire group once we get going. But let's get started talking about Scorpio, Mars in Scorpio, and also Mercury is still in Scorpio. After it went retrograde, it moved back into the degree. So how's everyone doing? Come say hello to me. Let me know your sign. What's your sign? Who's your daddy? Is he rich? Is he rich like me? All right, I'm going to date myself with these really old songs. Okay. So, we're coming up on 2 eclipses. I'm going to be talking about that a lot in the power-up sessions, and how you can direct the flow and really break that fourth wall, how you can get to the place you want to go. Okay. Christine, hello. Neptune in transit in Scorpio. Yes, Neptune. Neptune's in Pisces right now. So then do you have a Neptune in Scorpio? Most people, that's a generational thing you probably do because of your age. Kind of says, hi, Cancer. Hi, Connie. Connie the crab. Hey, crab cakes. Okay, so, all right, let's get down to it. Each of the signs. I'm just going to look at my chart that I have up on the screen. Let me see if I have a screenshot for you. There's Mars in Scorpio. And you see I predated it at that time that I did that for November 25th. So Mars in Scorpio, it's up at the top of the screen there. Mercury's in Scorpio, and the sun is still in Sagittarius. Now it's 10 degrees, not 3 degrees. Okay, but Mars is in Scorpio until January 3rd, 2020. Now we're combining all these energies. Neptune is now direct in Pisces. And that means the shadow side has now come forth. And shadow's not evil, please. It is just what is unknown to you. So now you're starting to get, wait a minute, I don't want to do that anymore. Or, hey, I'm in a new situation, and I can't put old crap on a new situation. Yeah. awareness. That's what it's all about. And then we're going to get to the secret language of light transmission cards. They're so awesome. Okay, so let's start with Scorpio. Scorpio, sun, rising, and moon. Mars in Scorpio. Mars represents action, aggressive, spontaneous, sex. Mars represents the head, sometimes the eyes, blood flow, fevers, allergies, sudden anything, and abrupt anything. And so Mars is also all about automobiles, metal working. That can be, I have to go to the dentist. That's a Saturn thing. Then they put braces on me. That's a Mars thing, right? Now, Mars is also about putting that action into play in a healthy way. Yes, that's what we want to do, but sometimes the impatience is there. And Aries is who Mars guides. Used to be Scorpio a long time ago before Pluto was discovered in 1930. Now, Scorpio is given Pluto as a muse, as an astrological muse. Govern, guide, ruled, those are all synonymous terms in astrology, and Aries is governed by Mars. Sometimes it's ruled by Mars, and sometimes it wants to rule you. So, dictatorial, militaristic, often. But also action-oriented, and also very sexual or sensual. Now, in the sign of Scorpio, sun, rising, or moon. Okay, so let me just mark this down because I didn't ahead of time, and I don't want to forget who I'm talking to. So, let's start with Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, Mars is in your sign, baby. Sun, rising, and moon. And, burning the candle at both ends. Also, that need, that desire, that impulse to go, go, go as fast as you can. Because nobody can catch me. Because I'm the gingerbread man. So, we're at the holiday time where it's like, oh, it's exciting. But then you're going to want to pack on other things to that. Scorpio, sun, rising, and moon. So just be careful of not stepping beyond your limits. And if you don't have impulse control, this is something to be very careful of. All right? Especially if you are become demanding of others in your sphere, it's like instead of saying, oh, would you mind doing this with me or for me? Instead of doing that, you might just go, could you just do this? Just go get it done. Because you're in a hurry and you got a checklist and you want to keep going. And so we want to be careful of being rude. Hey, Dawn is here. And Dean, welcome. So, Scorpio, the desire that you have to get something done or to see that strength and the power that you have, Scorpio is all about desire. And sometimes with Mars and Scorpio, the energy is so fast and furious that you don't realize it. You could be putting other people off. Or Mars in Scorpio, sun, rising, and moon. There's a tendency to smooth things over by manipulating with sweetness. Oh, no, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. When it's really not fine. So you just want to be aware of that. Make the best use of this time, but rest often. Okay, so now let's do all the water signs, okay? Cancer. So that was Scorpio, Cancer. Well, let me see. I have to count something. Baby, oh baby, this is a time for creativity, Cancer, sun, rising, and moon, for romance, for sexuality, for desire to be played out in a really exciting, adventurous, playful way. Now, if you gamble, I'm going to want to put a damper on that for you, please, okay? Cancer, sun, rising, and moon, you're not usually apt to gamble. But if you gamble in romance and you are not married or tied to anyone, but you're seeing other people and they don't know about it, that's a Mars and Scorpio energy for you. Or you just want to play the field, use protection and go have fun. But we don't want subterfuge because manipulation is always driven the Mars vibe cycle sometimes. But Mars and Scorpio is a very intense time. So projects get underway. You get into the holiday spirit. You wanna redo something. You wanna take your lover out to dinner or buy them something you never would buy them before, or you want to just be in a new space with your children. And be careful of not being a bully. With lovers or with children or in creative projects, So that's the downside of Mars and Scorpio is the bully. But the upside is brilliant ideas and then implementing them with style and panache and flair. Go for it, Cancer. All right. Who's the other water sign? Pisces. Our dear, sweet Pisces. Well, I'm counting. Back on the wheel. Well, 11, 10, 9. 9. Wow. Okay, Pisces, you're all about what's my next move? Publishing, travel, curriculum, legal ease. Anything that, Pisces, Sun, Rising, or Moon, anything that deals with you getting your branding out into the world, advertising your wares, also combining your talents with other people and groups that, let's say you're a writer or, let's just say you're a writer and you feel like lost because you want to get your thing out there, but so now's the time to approach an editor, and there's all different types of editors. There's an acquisition editor, there's a copy editor, there's a line editor, there's a story editor. So you have to do your research, okay? And this is the time to do some study, higher studies as well, so that if you're not a writer and you're looking to market a product that you might have, Pisces, Sun, Rising, or Moon, or let's say you are working on some contracts or patents or anything dealing with foreign matters, a business associate who's in a different country. Now is when you really want to be aware of the laws and the technical data that goes with your business. Now, maybe you're an educator. Maybe you're retired and you're bored out of your mind. Well, what group can you associate with right now to be part of your team? Well, it's like the retirees, .com is what, look that up, see if that's a thing, and start to assemble your talents, because no matter what stage of life you are in, you have something very valuable to offer, and that can become a thing, a financially viable thing. It can become a product, a service. It can become a teaching tool. Maybe you could volunteer, so keep that in mind, Pisces, Sun, Rising, and Moon, and organize your thoughts carefully. Okay, so now let's move on to the fire signs, and we'll go with Aries, and then we have Sag, and then we have Leo. So okay, now because Scorpio is a water sign, the fire signs may feel a little bit more tension. Again, the planet's not doing it to you. It's your timely process to go, why? What do you want? What? Stop, quit it. You're bothering, what? So let me just look at this. That's a collective look. So now let's look at it individually. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Okay, Aries. We are looking at money. Joint resources. Christine says my Aries sun is going nonstop, hardly any sleep. Well, now we're looking at, for Aries Sun, Rising, and Moon, is the ability to look into the future. Grab your crystal ball and start planning like a squirrel. Put your nuts and seeds in different investment vehicles to help you increase your revenue for the future, and also to have that cushion in case you come across some lean years. And that also applies to insurance and estate planning. So maybe you're in your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, and you don't have a will or a living trust is what I personally do, what my husband and I do. And so what we feel is better, then we don't have to go through probate. And so what are the legal ramifications? What kind of investments do you have? Where's your money going? What about a spouse? If you have a spouse, Aries, sun, rising, and moon, then what does it look like income wise? How is it working for you? What needs to happen? Now, energetically, this can be a joint resource energy for you. Someone might come to you and say, hey, if you want to invest $1,000 into this product, I've got the stats, the numbers, you're going to do a whole Shark Tank thing and it may work for you. So you want to research and invest your time, energy, and money in things that speak your truth. All right, Aries, sun, rising, and moon. It also can be a very sexy time if you and your partner are on the same page. Just keep turning those pages till you get there. And then have fun with it. Sagittarius, where are we going with you, babe? Well, let's see. Let's see. This is a time for you to take a break. I need you to take a break right now, Sag. Jupiter is going to be moving out of your sign and into Capricorn. And that's a whole other conversation we'll have on Thursday. But, yes, I'm here Mondays and Thursdays, 9:30 Pacific, 10:30 Arizona Mountain Time, 11:30 Central, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 5:30 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, until the clocks change again. So, Sagittarius, sun, rising, and moon, I think it's really important that you now take a break and you rest, because your mind's going to be going full speed anyway. You have a lot. It's like pizza is being made, and all the pieces and all the ingredients are just about ready to fall onto the dough, so that you can stick it in the oven and bake the thing and get it going. But right now there's flux happening, flux and flow, and with Mars in your 12th house is what that looks like in astrology. Mars in your 12th house is, you might start to feel you think it's unwarranted aggression or anger or upsetness, but dig deep into your emotional place. Where are you feeling at a loss? Where are you feeling like you're not taking care of yourself? And this again can deal with headaches, fevers, head colds, anything in the blood system as well. You could be anemic. You might have a tendency to overlook your bodily needs or your emotional needs and, push forward. So you want to back up a little bit and invest time, energy, and money in taking care of yourself. All right, especially through the holidays. Remember, folks, Mars goes into Sagittarius next, January 3rd, 2020. And when Mars is in your sign, anyone, or rising sign or moon sign, you feel that extra push to get something done. Hurry up. Why is it taking so long? All right, Leo. Leo, we've got some changes happening in the home, Leo, sun, rising, and moon. And let's look at it like this. You might be willingly deconstructing something in your home. Like, I'm a Leo moon, and we're going to redo the bathroom. Deconstruction. There. Leo sun and rising sign, however, may feel that something's really bothering them about their family, other people that you might live with, or it could deal with a son, or as in an SON, or a male individual, child, brother, sister, who's masculine, a father figure, you as the father figure, or a neighbor who is just getting on your last nerve. Leo, sun, and rising. It's like, what is the problem now? Now, if you have a small child and, the baby's teething, oh well, you're just going to get annoyed, but not take it out on the baby. That happens. But if you've got a neighbor who's banging nails into the wall for Christmas decorations at 10 o'clock at night and, you're trying to get some sleep, yeah, that might create a little passive aggressive energy. You want to be careful of that, Leo, sun, rising, and moon. And take it slow. Take a deep breath. Take a step back. Organize your thoughts. Hey, hi, we live next door. Just wondering if you realize it is kind of late and there's a lot of banging. Is everything okay? Couch it like that. And if it still doesn't go your way, this is just an energy you're going to have to ride out. Now, you may be looking at company coming. This is a holiday time when, most of the buttons in the world get pushed. And you just have to be aware of your actions, reactions, and responses. All right, Leo, sun, rising, and moon. This can also deal with a masculine or feminine parent. Now, if it's a masculine parent, you might be carrying and emulating those energies right now. Or if it's a feminine parent, they need help, and it's up to you right now to help them, but not begrudgingly, right? So you want to take action, but with compassion. All right. That is Leo. Let's go to earth signs. Let's do Tauri. And then we'll go to Virgo. And then we've got Cappy, my little darlings. All right, so Taurus. Scorpio is your opposite. Did you know that? And Scorpio sun, rising, and moon. Taurus sun, rising, and moon. This is how we do it. You can play it out in a, ooh, that's tantalizing and mysterious. Or it can play out like, who the frick are you to tell me what to do? All the while, drinking your cup of good Yuletide cheer. So let's just take a breath, everybody, every sign. And if you come into, headbutting mode, Taurus, sun, rising, and moon, with your significant other or with a high-end client, with a business partner, then you want to ask yourself, okay, why do I have to push my needs into this person's brain? Why do I have to make my way the way or the highway? Taurus, sun, rising, and moon. All right? Let's keep that in mind as well. Now, now this will be interesting because I'm a Taurus, my husband's a Taurus rising, and our child is a Taurus sun, and we're all going to be together. Who's going to get their way first? I don't know. Let's see how that plays out. Stay tuned. So Taurus, sun, rising, and moon with Mars and Scorpio in your sector with Mercury there as well of communication, action, and again, there's an underlying need for deconstruction. Break down those moments that you have where you want to control your partner, or you are feeling like a victim because you are neither. It's about communicating. It's about really opening up your mouth and saying, wow, you just stepped on my toes. I know you didn't mean it, but can we work this out? Or, something's been niggling at me and I know what happened. I overstepped my boundaries. Honey, I am so sorry. I feel terrible. And then they come forth and say, yeah, you did. And I've been holding it in because I didn't want to say anything. And then you get defensive. And then, it's like, what? So you want to be really aware of where the energy goes, Taurus, sun, rising, and moon. And it can be a really romantic, progressive, productive time. Whether it's about a personal relationship, a significant other, or it could be about a high-end client that you're telling them, if you do A, B, and C, you will get this result, and they don't do it, and all they do is talk and talk and talk and complain and complain and complain, and you're like, oh, wow. What are we going to do? We're going to take a sip of the galaxy and calm down. We're going to listen. We're going to validate. We're going to be present. We're going to offer a solution. Done. Then you don't build up your energy, Taurus, sun, rising, and moon, for that explosion that can often happen when you downplay your feelings. It's like, oh no, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's really not okay. And you can say that, and that's okay. That's okay to say. All right, Virgo. Where are we, Virgo, in the chart? Okay, wow, you've just about had it. And I'll say, if you've got a son or a nephew who's coming into the picture, You want to make sure you're communicating, maybe taking care of them, or it can be a grandchild as well, but it feels more like a younger sibling. Even if you have an older brother and they act like they're 13 at the holidays, yeah. Or it's the way of communicating that is, I know you're done with something. There's a lot on your plate right now, Virgo sun, rising, and moon, especially. And if it doesn't apply to you, if I talk about Virgo sun, it doesn't apply to you, please listen to the other readings for each of the sun, rising, and moons, because eventually you're going to hear your moon sign, you'll hear your rising sign, if not your actual sun sign. So, your communication style needs to not be caustic or held. You may be feeling like I'm doing everything right now and there's so much going on that if I don't do it, it doesn't get done. Control. You have to be careful of control. Or feeling like you're being controlled. Because if that's the case, then you need to express your feelings to your significant other, your family, and say, yeah, I don't appreciate what you just did. Now, it's kind of like the Taurus thing, but that's specifically for a love relationship or a high-end client. This is more, you're learning how to communicate, Virgo, in a way that is necessary so that you don't hold it in and keep it there, which will cause harm. Headaches, blood pressure going up, anything dealing with the blood or infections. And then once you get that out of the way, Virgo sun, rising, and moon, what clears up is a brilliant idea for you to act on before January 3rd, 2020. And it could be, and I'm not talking like, oh yeah, I want to move that chair to that room. No, that's not what I mean. It's, I could have had a V8 moment. It's, oh my gosh, now I understand why this thing happens. It's because I think, say, do, don't say, don't think, feel, don't feel this way. Make sense? So we want to look at that, Virgo sun, rising, and moon, because if you're feeling all powered up and no place to go, and somebody comes in and, you just straightened the entire pantry and somebody comes in and rummages and makes a mess and you're like, what the? Is there a lack of respect in my world? Then the passive aggressiveness wants to come out, or the biting of the tongue. But then if you're not dealing with that energy, you're holding it. And then that makes for big kablooey later on. So let's not go there. What I want to see you do is communicate something in a way that creates a course, a teaching. You have so much knowledge. You have so much data. Virgo sun, rising, and moon. It can be an online course. It can be, you get together at the local whatever and, you teach yoga, or you teach mindful meditation, or you teach anything in your field. It being Scorpio, it can be something related to health and healing as well. And, or just giving talks in your neighborhood, like, oh, I broke my wrist, whatever. And here's how I worked the healing on that. Or here's how I approached divorce for women who don't know what to do and they're in that situation. So think about this, Virgo sun, rising, and moon. You have a lot to offer. And what could you teach if you were standing on stage? Talking to an audience of your ideal clients, what would you be teaching? What is it, the thing that you're constantly talking about, that you promote all the time? Think about that, okay? And then you can act on it. Capricorn, let's see. This is for Capricorn, sun, rising, and moon. How is everyone, by the way? Checking in, saying hello. Dawn's here, Christine, Maureen, Kathleen. All the Eans are here. Dean is here. Okay, Capricorn. Yeah, you're about to move into your dreams coming true with a specific type of person or people. And these are very directed people, this is my plan, this is how I work, these are my results. And so you get that, oh, wow, professional feeling. And then it can also become a friendship thing. So we're looking at two things that can become one thing, and that is the people that you're surrounding yourself with right now. It could have a lot to do with your business, or just having more fun, or healing your body, or organizing that group that helps you to activate and actualize the thing. So what is that thing? If you've been looking for a book club, if you've been looking for an astronomy club, so it's organizing your desires with a group, and this might be facilitated by a very action-oriented person or group, and looking at more playfulness, more strategic organization. Let's say you have a product you want to market. Maybe you don't have a clue as to how to market. So now in comes the marketing director of the company, or here comes someone who's marketed their own product, and they say, okay, you can consult with me. This is what I charge. Here's how often we meet in the group. It could be online, it could be in person, it could be in your town. So you want to look at being driven toward your goal with a group. What is the group? What's the goal? And how are you driving your energy? Capricorn, Sun, Rising, and Moon. Where are you going with your tribe? If you're building an audience, if you have a community, maybe you volunteer at school, for the art class or something, and you need to get money to support the arts. So then you might start a campaign with a group. You might lobby in your neighborhood. That kind of thing. Does that make sense? Capricorn, Sun, Rising, and Moon. And you might also be looking for an expert, or one might just come to you depending on how well you manifest with conscious intention, it could be a male energy. It could be someone who's a woman who is like a male, tough. Don't cross this person. But, they have on their the let's go do it hat. Okay, now we did water, fire, earth. Let's go to air. We're going to go to Libra. Then we'll do Aquarius. And then we've got Gemini. Okay, so Libra, Sun, Rising, and Moon. This is the time you want to keep your spending in check. Now, if you don't value it, Libra, Sun, Rising, and Moon, if it's just an impulse buy, grip your credit card like it's saving your life, and ask yourself, why do I have this urgency to buy that thing for that person that I don't even know if I like? That's what we're looking at. It's like you have this need to do something, sometimes on impulse. Now, it can be an expenditure for business, and you might say, I want to go the extra distance with the client. I want to make sure that they have what they need and that they feel really secure with me. I want to put that little finishing touch on, because Libra, Sun, Rising, and Moon, you're very conscientious about doing the harmonious thing. That that candy on the pillow, the flowers, just so, that smell of baked goods in the kitchen. You know how to do this, but you also want to be aware of your spending and why. That's the motivator we're looking at. Why do you feel this need to do this thing? And if it comes from a place of, because I don't feel good enough, and if I show them that extra thing, they might see me differently, or I might feel better about myself. So yeah, you just want to be aware of what you're spending and why, especially during this holiday season. Now, some of the expenditures will be a necessary output, cash layout, because there's just unforeseen things that are coming. And it can be, I just finished this project and now they changed it. Now I have to go back to the printer. And it's on me because the printer screwed up and the blah, 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 whatever. So you might just keep the rainy day cash jar on the refrigerator handy. I'm not saying it's going to happen to everyone. Libra, Sun, Rising, and Moon, I'm just saying that you have an impulse now to go a little bit more wild at the holidays. Because that urgency to got to get it done, got to get it right, got to get it right, got to get it done because I got to get it right. But you're not wrong if you don't get it done. Okay? That's where I want you to go with that, Libra. take a look at that. And what else? Oh, and any expenditures you have, Libra, Sun, Rising, and Moon, that deal with the need to grow and learn, well worth it. Any kind of counseling, any kind of reading, like with me, any kind of chiropractic energy work, Reiki session, something that can help you go deep to discover that self-worth, that to value your self-worth, Libra, Sun, Rising, and Moon, that's very valuable. So go for it. Okay, now Aquarius. When the moon... have I stunned you? Are you still with me? Hello, thumbs up. How's this working for everybody? Sun, Rising, and Moon. Mars and Scorpio. How are we doing, folks? I will be back on Thursday, and then Dean is going to post a link for you to get your power up session. We are going to go deep and wide and till we get there. And have an intention absolutely for this session. That's what I tell everyone. And the intention is usually here. It's like, oh, this is my intention. And then I say, okay, great. We need to go here in order to get there. And then people go, whoa, oh my gosh, that's absolutely correct. You just blew my mind. I don't want to blow up anything, but I am going to go to core and help you get what you want and clear away the debris so that you can have all this beautiful. Look at that starlight nebula behind us. Okay, where was I? Aquarius. Yes. 12, 11, 10. Business, career, life direction, masculine parent. We are looking at the 10th house, Aquarius, Sun, Rising, and Moon. And you really are driven right now to get your thing into the world, to be seen as unusual, unique, and very... I don't know what to say. Like, you want to stand out in the crowd right now. And you, because, and you know, it's not like you suddenly, oh yeah, I just suddenly want to stand out in the crowd. No, it's, you want to provide some value, something really powerful for people. And whether that be, art or healing or getting to the core of the issue, the problem, it's rooting out for people. Aquarius, Sun, Rising, and Moon. It's helping people to root out the issue. And it can be a political forum. It can be like a labor forum where you're working in a group and in a team, and so aren't pulling their weight. You know, now is when you roll up your sleeves and you go, all right, I'm going to take a hit for the team. No, it's, I'm going to show the team how to work differently. And really step up. And because there's going to be urgency, Aquarius, Sun, Rising, and Moon, around certain business situations, that it suddenly gets dumped on you. Now, for our child who's an Aquarius rising, it is finals time, right? So it applies to if you're a student. There's so much that has to get done, and what gets sacrificed in the meantime. And we're saying, remember to eat. You have to sleep. But that need to perfect the outcome is very profound right now, especially in career and life direction, because it's this energy that drives you to get it done for the group, the people, the obligation, at school, or the job says, we need it by Monday at 9 a.m. Okay. So you go and you do that thing. Is it over? No. Then the thing right behind it is back on your desk, and it's like, we need revisions. And then on top of that, we need this, or this has to happen. And at the same time, you're thinking, okay, I want to get it done. I want to get it done in the best possible way. Aquarius, Sun, Rising, and Moon. I want to be able to help the team. But I'm going to have to do a little bit my way. Yeah. And that's okay, because that's you expressing your very unique individual self. And that's what gets noticed. That's what gets noticed. Now, dealing with a masculine parent, you might want to ask yourself, if you are so driven to get this thing done, are you emulating dad? And what does that look like? Do you get rude with family because it's business time? Don't interrupt me, or are you a bully, or are you not communicating your feelings at all? So you do want to look at that as well, regarding the group, the team, the players involved, and plus the fallout for family. Because if you're going, and the family's going, hey, we miss you, let's wrap presents, and you're like, yeah, I got to work till 9 tonight, and then you come home and you're cranky, that's not okay. You have to find your outlet in a healthy way. Aquarius, sun, rising, and moon. But overall, this is a really great time for you to make your mark in an industry where you're just doing your thing, your head's down, you're just working your thing. But what you're doing and how you're doing it is what's going to garner attention. And it helps you to change and redirect your life direction. Pretty fascinating. I want to hear what that's about. All right, Gemini, the gem in eye. Yes. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gemini, are you tired? Gemini, sun, rising, and moon. Are you tired? What are you tired of? With Mars there, please, first and foremost, no speeding on the road. Oh, whoops, officer, I didn't see that stop sign or that green light turned to red and I kept going. That's not going to fly. It's just not. Now, so a lot of things going on, Gemini, sun, rising, and moon. Your health is primo. If you have headaches, if you're fatigued, if you haven't had a lab test, consider, chat with your doctor, maybe just get a routine checkup and go, yeah, I'm a little tired. So you might, if you're having trouble sleeping because you're driven, again, Mars is that driven, and in the house of health and community and service, you might feel like you're going to go that extra distance like Aquarius, sun, rising, and moon does at work. But for you, it's going to really affect your body and your mind. And you just may feel, oh, I'm so done. I just need a break. Okay, then take one. And do one with, and it can be like a scheduled break where you go to a spa. So what's on, your Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa gift list? Yes, I would love that spa appointment. Yes, I would so love that massage. Yes, I could use that network energy chiropractic session. Yes. Just to help move the energy, because if it builds up inside of you and you're not having fun play downtime and you're not having rest time, it could be where you got white knuckles on the wheel and it's like, got to get to work. And then I have these 17 things to do and you're not present on the road. Be present on the road, Gemini, sun, rising, and moon. Hey. Rhonda's here. Okay, and also you want to see, okay, when you chat with your doctors and you say, I've been feeling a little tired, they might check thyroid, they might check anemia, they might check adrenal fatigue. If that's the case, the doctors will prescribe whatever is best for you. Sometimes just to get extra sleep or rest, I take ashwagandha powder. That really works for me. And it helps to it's an adaptogen. And I don't take it in pill form. I get the powder. It's organic. And I mix it in a little water right before bed. And it helps to calm and repair the adrenals. And it helps me sleep through the night. Melatonin can also work. Sometimes it has adverse effects on people. Like where they wake up in the middle of the night or they're groggy in the morning. So you have to, research on your own, see what works for you. But Gemini, sun, rising, and moon, definitely. We're going to focus on, you're going to get the job done. And a lot of jobs are going to be put on your desk or in front of your face. And you're thinking, why me? Because so-and-so is out sick. That person has extra vacation. It's like, that's going to happen. It's just going to happen. But what's not going to happen is you losing your cool, getting sick, or having any kind of fender bender because you weren't paying attention. Right? Okay. Also, Gemini, sun, rising, and moon. This is a good time if you have any kind of politics in play. You're a lobbyist for anything. You volunteer for the community. You are, serving turkey dinners. You're doing a fund drive for the troops overseas. Whatever it is that you're doing for the community on a volunteer basis for the the food bank as well. Anything that you can do to help support the community is where you might feel guided right now. Toys for Tots. Every year we have in our village supermarket, we have the giving tree, and there is a Christmas tree with little ornaments, and each one has the age of a child and their need. And the color and the size, so it's usually coats that we're buying. And I take great pleasure in, I grab sometimes two, but I'll grab one and go, all right, we need a warm coat because this is for a child on the reservation. We need something that's waterproof, so it's like, and then the toys for Tots, the collection. So Gemini, Sun, Rising, and Moon, you have a really generous spirit. And when you combine that with the other readings, your Sun, Rising, and Moon, you can put together a formula that really works for you while Mars is in Scorpio. So take the time to be as present as possible, rest when you can, eat really good food, watch out for overindulgences. That's for everyone. And also, I'll be back on Thursday, and we're going to talk about Jupiter in the sign of Capricorn for an entire 12 months. Capricorn, Sun, Rising, and Moon, and Mars, Venus. So, really, if you have any planet in Capricorn, yeah, this is going to be like your thank you. This is going to be your thank you, come to Jesus moment. And you're going to go, yes, I'm so happy. Okay, but until then, I'm going to use the Secret Language of Light cards. There you go. And they're brand new, so I don't know the meanings, but I'll look them up. Okay, does that help? How is that for everyone? Mars and Scorpio for the Sun, Rising, and Moon signs through January 3rd. Your personal reading. Does that work for you? Thumbs up? I think I need a haircut. All right, now I am going to mix up these cards. And I'm pulling a card. Thank you, Universe. Thank you, Starseed. We're going to pull a card to help this collective move beyond... move beyond karmic experiences and to really help get your groove back, get your mojo back. And remember, those power-up sessions are still in play. We've got only a few weeks left. You can get the power-up session. It's 40 minutes, $149. I will never be promoting that price ever again. And you have up to 12 months to take that, to have that reading. So you can have it for your birthday, give it as a gift, do it when you know something is coming up in the future. There's no restriction except the 12 months. So think about that. So now with these cards, and they're getting so big every year, they get so big. Cards, tarot cards used to be that size. That's something I could fit in my hand. All right, so I think Dean posted the link to the power-up session. I'm also going to include the eclipses, the one in Capricorn, we're already in play, and the one in Cancer, that happens on January 10th at 20 degrees Cancer. We're already in that energy, and those energies last through March for most people, longer for those who have Capricorn and Cancer in their chart. Now, this card is for everyone to focus on the Mars and Scorpio vibe and what could be the best experience. Crossing all planes of existence, time, space, dimensions. And this is the card that wants to come. Oh. Let your light shine, people. Look at that. Let your light shine. I'm going to go even closer. Let your light shine. That's a beautiful card. And since I'm not familiar with these cards yet, I am going to actually look in the book and see what it says. This is number 45, Let Your Light Shine. This was an early Christmas present from a dear, dear friend who came in for Thanksgiving. Be authentic is what it says. Embrace your uniqueness. Say to yourself, I am so pleased and honored to be me. Embrace the parts you may feel are a little strange or that you feel strange embracing. Locking yourself into the pretense of what others want will strangle your soul and split you in two. So true. Accept yourself. Set yourself free from judgment. Let your light shine outward and inspire others to connect, embrace, and shine their truth. Create new ways toward anything that is of interest to you. Can you feel relief wash over you? You are beautiful. So I like this part because it ties in with the Mars and Scorpio. Create new ways toward anything that is of interest to you, because Mars is action and Scorpio is desire. So what interests you right now, and you just got your reading for Sun, Rising, and Moon sign, that's where I want you to go. Be well. I'm so grateful you are here. Yes, I love the new cards too. Thank you. And please take advantage of the Power Up special that we're offering. As you know, they are limited and you can use them anytime within 12 months. $149 for 40 minutes. I usually go over, don't tell anyone. And yeah, go for it. And I will see you again on Thursday. We'll be talking about January. No, I'm sorry. No, we're not. We're talking about Jupiter as a J word. We're going to talk about Jupiter in Capricorn for the next 12 months. All right. Be well. Be present. I wish you peace. I'll see you again.